I'm Dhamma Bum, and I will be your guide for today's guided meditation. Today is Monday, August 24th, and our topic today is aversions. We've been looking at foundational beliefs, and this is along the same lines. Mondays, we look forward to the coming week. We'd encourage people to check description boxes in about 24 hours. There will be a closed caption version with a transcript, and the super thanks button will be available then too. We do guided meditation in the hopes that participants will get enough tips, develop enough interest that you consider doing independent practice in your own home or your garden. And you can use silence, that's good, bird songs or temple bells. There are a lot of other guided meditations around. And meditation has two parts in this group. The first half is samatha or serenity, and then we turn to panya or wisdom. Some people say vipassana, but it always goes in that direction. First we get serene, then we wise up. Wisdom never arises from a mind in turmoil. Now, we mentioned this on Friday the 21st, but we want to say it again because maybe you weren't there. In answer to a participant, we recycle the same instructions in the first half, the samatha part of our meditation, with only minor variations. On Monday, we're looking towards the coming week, and on Fridays, we're looking back on the week just past. And we do this to help develop a practice through repetition. We learn things only by doing them until we can do them without thinking about it. The first talk after the bell and before our Dhammapada quote, in fact, is all the information needed to meditate. We want to thank Mrs. Dhamma. What a beautiful new china. That's just gorgeous. Where'd you get that? Dhamma G, Eriko, Ian, Brian, Mike, Aussie Sam, and Mitsuko. Thank you for coming. And with that, on my mark. Find yourself in a quiet spot. Spine straight, shoulders back. Lower your chin towards your chest and let your hands rest on your lap or on your thighs or your knees. Close your eyes and your mouth gently and imagine a ball of white light, an inch or two, 3 to 5 centimeters beneath your nostrils. Inhale through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Breathe in through your nose. Watch it go down past your heart to your stomach and back out the same way. Just smooth, natural breaths for you. Don't worry about how fast or slow, how deep or shallow you are breathing. Just breathe in through your nose, down past your heart to your stomach, and back out the same way. When outside thoughts intrude, gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as I breathe in through my nose Watch it go down past my heart to my stomach and back out the same way. And that brief passage is really all you need to know about meditation. On Mondays, we always start with the Dhammapada. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a corrupt heart, and sorrow will follow, as surely as the cart follows the ox that pulls it. Mind is the forerunner of all things. Think and act with a pure heart, and happiness follows, as surely as one's never departing shadow. So we are taught that it is our mind that creates our moods, our delusions, our obsessions, and they are all impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not the self. We meditate to calm our mind and tame our heart. We look at our thoughts, we examine them, we see them for what they are, and we let them go. If we let go a little, we get a little serenity. If we let go a lot, we get a lot of serenity. And if we let go completely, that is, if we accept life just the way it is, then we find complete serenity. Now we are mindful of the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, the five Khandhas, and the three marks of existence as tools to live an elevated life. We need to talk about the human condition. Our human existence consists of five Khandhas, or clinging aggregates, and they are our body, our feelings, memories and perceptions, thoughts, and consciousness. And because they are conditioned phenomena, they have the three marks of existence. That is, they are impermanent, anicca, unsatisfactory, dukkha, and not the self, anatta. We are taught that they are like a lump of molten lead, too hot to touch. We cannot touch it on the top or the sides. We cannot touch it on the bottom without burning ourselves very badly. So we look at it and we let it go. Please join me in a thought experiment this morning. In your mind's eye, lift up and look down on your head, on your skull, and on the right side, you will see your very busy monkey mind, your fault-finding mind. And it's switching from, hey, Mitsuko, nice to see you. Switching from one topic to the next. It's changing colors from pink to light blue to black, never stable, never steady. And on the left, you will see a battalion of self-licking ice cream cones. And these are our thoughts. And mostly they are busy trying to be important and trying to suck up to our fault-finding mind. We look at them and we let them go. Now, as meditators, we have three duties, and they are mindfulness, collectedness, and contentment. Mindfulness in this group Our object of meditation is the ball of light, which we follow in our mind's eye. We also listen to the Dhamma talk in the second half, but not to get attached to the words. We just let the words wash over us and seep into our consciousness. Our second duty is collectedness, or some people say concentration. And this simply means that when outside issues intrude, not if, they will intrude, when they do, we gently brush them aside, thinking, no, that's not my business. I'm focused on my breath as I breathe in through my nose, watch it go down past my heart to my stomach, and back out the same way. And our last duty is contentment. And we have a responsibility to be content now, not next Thursday, or when I go on vacation, or when I've got a spare moment, but content now. However we are right now is how we are. If we are peaceful, copacetic, even-keeled now, that is the kind of people we are. If we are angry, resentful, critical, that is the kind of person we are. So I guess in a word you could say calm. We want to be calm. And if you could be calm for a few seconds in today's guided meditation, then as we go through this week, we can stretch those seconds into minutes. Just add a little more. Take another breath. And we just stitch together these cups of calmness, and we look up and we go, I'll be darned. It's been 2 hours since I've had an angry, frustrated feeling. How did that happen? Well, how indeed. On Mondays, we have 4 tips for the coming week. As we go through our week, let's be impeccable in our speech. Let's say what we mean what we say, but don't say it mean. 2, let's not assume. When I assume that I know what you're thinking or what you mean, I make an ass of you and me. I'm a lousy mind reader, so let's let people speak for themselves. 3, Q-tip, quit taking it personally. Whatever it is that the universe is up to this week, it doesn't have time to mess up my stuff. And finally, let's do our best. Let's calm down. And for beginners, that's the first half. As we move into the second part of our meditation, Panya, aversions are just as addictive as attachments. And they twist our relationships with the world. Ajahn Chah said, anything which is troubling you, anything which is irritating you, that is your teacher. I don't want to hear that. But when I'm disturbed, there's something wrong with me. This doesn't mean that I've caused all the problems in my life or that you have. It doesn't mean that we should stew in morbid self-reflection, just sit there and, But, we can't control other people. The only thing we can control is our attitude. And so that's where we look to see if there's something we can change. Our addictions, obsessions, preoccupations with getting stuff, craving, clinging, clamoring, I want more, lead to attachment. But we can also be addicted to our aversions, the stuff we don't like. We look within because self-control is the only kind of control that does not tyrannize other people. Whatever my partner, my employer, my neighbor, my kids are doing, it has no effect on how I feel, or it should. Ajahn Chah said, the more we crave not to experience certain things, the more we invite and usher them in. I don't want these things, so why do they keep coming to me? I wish it wasn't this way, so why is it this way? There we go. We crave for things to exist in a particular way because we don't understand our own mind. Finally, when we consider it clearly, we see, oh, these things come because I call them. If I have an aversion to duck-billed schmoes, they've ruined everything. I just don't want to see them. But that's who I see every time I go out. I recoil. My allergy to them ruins my day. I let it ruin my day. It doesn't do anything to me, but I've decided that I'm going to have a reaction, and it ruins my happiness. I must learn to let that stuff go. Otherwise, I'm off on a jag, and I'll be grumping around. And this is really true with loved ones. Let me ask you a question. If you get hit by a train, which car do you suppose does the most damage? And the same goes with our other parts of our life, our personal life. It's not the fifth time I growl at Mrs. Dhamma. It's not. It's the first unkind thought. So I need to nip that in the bud by changing my thoughts about the things I don't like and don't want to see. If I find myself at the beck and call of pet peeves, it's quite possible that I'm being driven by automatic negative thoughts, ANTS. And the thing about ants is they never come in singletons. They come in long lines. Might start slowly. Maybe it starts with my dislike of certain gestures. Maybe I'm irritated by tuneless humming in the morning especially, or tapping toes, or people in Hawaiian shirts. It just bugs me. That's the first unkind thought. Now, if I feed that, if I start focusing next on words that I don't like, before I know it, I'm wrapped around the axle and I have no memory of how it happened. I just slipped into it. But it didn't come from nowhere. It came from my too busy fault-finding mind. Our goal in life should be to serve God and others, not to control them. Fortunately, resentments are bad habits that we can break. we'll have to try, but we can break them if we want to. We don't believe what we see. We see what we believe. So let's believe in positive things and in virtue. Ajahn Brahm wrote, "The practice of virtue means getting hold of the mind, which is being defiled by habitual patterns of unskillful reactions, the reactions of a crazy person, the reactions of a person who just cannot see. The mind is covered up with grease and dust, so it cannot see its own welfare. The practice of virtue is the first shining and cleaning up of the mind, wiping away the accumulated dust and grime of many lifetimes. With meditation, first we calm down, then we wise up, and so it is with our daily life. Sila, or ethical conduct, comes before our ability to meditate, samadhi. Not after, it comes before. So in meditation and in life, we want to project unconditional positive regard, loving feelings, metta with 2 T's. That is what we focus on instead of our fault finding. So this week, as we go through our week, let's let go of our aversions. Let's have a grateful heart. As we go through the week, if we find ourselves restless, irritable, discontent, critical of others, looking for what we dislike, let's take a breath, step into the next room and close the door, put our earphones in, cue up this recording. Imagine a ball of white light an inch or 2 below our nostrils. Breathe in through our nose. Watch it go down past the heart to our stomach and back out the same way. Namaste. And thank you for coming. Thank you, Mitsuko. Thank you, Q31. You're welcome here. We'll meet again on Friday, August 28th, and that'll be at 3:45 Japan time. It's always Japan time here because we're in Japan. And so that's when we meet next. If you are already here, you know how to get here. If you're looking for how to enter, because most people watch this well after the live stream, it's not a convenient time for most people. But if you say, wow, I wonder how I could do that someday, please go to the Daily Dhamma channel and look at today's reading, August 24th. And in the description box, there is a blurb on how to enter the live stream. If you have time, we'd love to have you. Daily Dhamma, A Letter to Our Children, the book upon which the YouTube channel and these meditations is based, is now available for download for free on Kindle Unlimited. So if you've got Kindle Unlimited, we'd encourage you to do that if you want to. Tomorrow there will be a transcript and a closed caption version, and the super thanks button will be available, but it takes about a day before that happens. So thank you very much for coming, and we will see you again on Friday, and have a wonderful week, will you? Namaste.